Hey Amy, we have a very special show today because we are looking at our first listener story of the month. This story comes from a listener named Min, and it is all about a massive misunderstanding at her new job.
Oh, I remember reading Min's letter last night, Jayz. It hit so close to home because she found herself in a deep hole at work, not because she did a bad job, but because of a cultural reading of her actions. Her boss thought she was completely disengaged during their big marketing meetings.
Exactly. Min wrote that back in her home country. When a senior boss speaks, you go quiet to show deep respect and caution. You listen carefully, you take notes, and you process everything before you open your mouth. But in her new English-speaking office, that exact silence was read as a total lack of confidence and disengagement.
It is the ultimate cultural trap, is it not? Min was trying to be respectful, but the room read her behavior as passive and absent when she tried to explain the situation to her manager in a one-on-one. On one meeting later, she used these heavy textbook phrases like, "I want to clarify that my quietness was a manifestation of my cultural deference."
Oh dear, my quietness was a manifestation of cultural deference. That is a beautiful line for a university paper, Amy. But in a real meeting with an anxious manager, it sounds like a machine is talking. It creates a new wall instead of pulling the old one down.
Yes, her manager looked even more confused and uncomfortable after she said that. Min wrote to us asking how she can use simple everyday language to clear up this kind of misunderstanding without sounding weak or overly defensive.
Let us help Min smash that wall down using our basic words of action. When you are misunderstood at work, the worst thing you can do is reach for those 5-beat words like manifestation or deference. You need to talk about what was actually happening inside your mind and body using words like take, get, and keep.
Tell me how, Jayz. If Min is sitting with her manager again, how does she explain her silence simply?
She can start by talking about her respect as a physical action of learning. She can say, "In my home country, we keep quiet to show we are taking your words in," or, "Going quiet is our way of showing that we take the work seriously."
We keep quiet to show we are taking your words in. Oh, that is so beautiful and clean. Keep quiet is an act she did with her mouth, and taking words in feels like bringing food or water inside to digest it.
Yes. It tells the manager that her brain was working hard, not sleeping. She can also say, "I wanted to get my facts straight before I opened my mouth." This shows she was being careful and responsible, which every manager loves.
Get my facts straight. We used that phrase last episode for fixing plans, and here it means organizing the information in her head so it is not messy. It shows she has a high standard for her work.
Exactly. Now let us look at the other side of the misunderstanding. Min's manager thought she had nothing to offer because she did not talk. How does Min address that judgment without attacking the manager's reading? She can use the word look.
How do we use look here?
She can say, "I see how it looked from the outside and I get why you were worried." This is an absolute power move in English conversation because it shows massive emotional control. You are acknowledging their view of space before you change it.
I see how it looked from the outside, and I get why you were worried. Wow, Jayz, that completely takes the anger out of the room. It shows she is strong enough to look at herself through another person's eyes.
It really does. And once that pressure is gone, she can pivot to the future and set a new plan for the next meeting. In her old script, Min wrote, "I will endeavor to optimize my verbal participation in future organizational assemblies."
Oh, please stop. Optimize verbal participation in organizational assemblies. That sounds like a corporate handbook coming to life. It has absolutely no body temperature.
None at all. Let us throw optimize and assemblies into the bin. What does she actually want to do in the next meeting, Amy? Let us talk about simple physical actions.
She wants to speak more. She wants to share her ideas earlier, so the boss knows she is engaged.
Right? So let us use the words bring and put. She can say, next time I will bring my ideas to the table early. Or, I will put my thoughts out there as soon as they come to me.
Bring my ideas to the table. Put my thoughts out there. Those are such warm, active phrases. They feel like she is sharing a meal with her team, not presenting a cold legal case.
Because they are visual actions, Amyy, when a manager hears, I will bring my ideas to the table, they picture a partner coming to help with the work. They do not see a passive worker hiding behind a cultural wall.
This is so helpful for Min. Let us look at another part of her letter. Min also wrote that during the meeting, when her boss put her on the spot and asked for her opinion directly, her mind went completely blank because she was so stressed. In her old email, she tried to explain this by writing, I experienced a temporary cognitive overload due to the sudden nature of the query.
Cognitive overload due to the sudden nature of the query. That sounds like a computer screen going blue because it got too hot. It is so abstract, Amyy. It hides her real human feelings under a layer of gray plastic.
But she was just terrified, Jayz. How does she say, my mind went blank using our basic action words without looking stupid?
She can use the words get and take. She can say, your question took me by surprise and my mind went blank for a second. Or, I needed a moment to get my thoughts together.
Took me by surprise. Get my thoughts together. Get together feels like gathering a bunch of scattered papers on a desk and stacking them neatly so you can read them.
Yes, it tells the manager that the ideas were there, but they were just flying around in her head because of the surprise. It makes her sound human, not incompetent. Every single person has had their mind go blank because of a sudden question. Even the biggest bosses.
That is so true. Honesty using small words is always more powerful than a big shield made of dictionary words. Let us pull all these pieces together for Min. How should she speak to her manager in their next one? On one, to get this misunderstanding completely sorted out.
Let us build the final script for her. She can say, thank you for sharing your thoughts with me. I see how my silence looked from the outside and I get why you were worried. In my home country, we keep quiet to show we are taking your words in and considering them seriously. I wanted to get my facts straight before I opened my mouth, but I see that it made me look disengaged. Yesterday, your sudden question took me by surprise, and I needed a moment to get my thoughts together. Next time, I give you my word that I will bring my ideas to the table early, even if they are not perfect.
Oh wow, Jayz, that is an incredible speech. It is so strong, so clear, but it feels so comfortable to say. Let us look at the verbs she used. Look, get, keep, take, bring. Every single one has only one beat, but they clear up a massive corporate misunderstanding in 2 minutes.
Because those words do not carry judgments, Amyy. They just carry the physical facts of what happened and what will happen next. When a manager hears that speech, they do not think Min is weak. They think, wow, Min is a self-aware, responsible leader.
It builds a long-term partnership. It shows she can take a difficult situation and turn it into a good plan. Min, I hope you are listening to this right now in your office folder.
She will be. And this applies to everyone listening to us today. Misunderstandings happen every day when you work across cultures in English. But you do not fix a cultural misunderstanding by hiding behind a wall of Latin vocabulary. You fix it by pulling the wall down and showing the real acts behind your silence.
Exactly. If you try to use big words to look safe, you are just putting more distance between your heart and their ears. Let the big words go and let your simple act speak for you.
To all our friends out there, think about the last time someone at work misunderstood your actions or your silence. Look back at how you tried to explain it to them. Were you using big, cold corporate words to protect yourself from the blame? What happens if you take those big shields away next time?
If you had to explain your true cultural background and your work habits using only words like give, take, keep, and get, what would your voice sound like?
Think about it. See you in the next episode.
Bye.